All right, just playing my little free background beats, y'all. There we go. All right, admiration, all my good brothers, sisters of the feather. Y'all know how I go. I used to often come on with the subtle way type. All right, for beginners, that's the way that I was saying it. But what many didn't catch, which I was hoping for people to catch, that the word sad, feeling sad, comes from the ögwé'ö language. See, this is the difference between other channels and this channel. Here, we'll show and prove where a word comes from. Here, we'll show and prove the true origin of some information. We don't need pinky pale face and some damn pinky pale face titty in our mouth for our information. So, this is for advanced learners, okay? Information here is for the advanced learner. If you want some pinky pale face, Greek, Roman, Sumerian, philosophies and all that stuff. We got the remedial area where you can get that remedial stank information. But here you want some fresh, something so fresh and so clean, something that's really driving the point, something that doesn't have pseudo connected to it. Like I'm gonna give you an example before I do that. Here you see, feel well. Let me cut the music. Cut the music. You know, had to bring in one of my soft bangers. Oh, my bangers way harder than this, but you know, bring my soft banger. Turn it down a little bit more. Slide that all the way in the back. All right. All right, might be a little scratchy and messing up. I have to, you know, get my other device ready. Wasn't plugged all the way in, y'all, so bear with me. I won't be on for too long. You know, I like to be direct. My aim is clean, swift. Tonight we got movie night. Yeah, movie night with our good brothers, Spring Chief Holiday, DJ Cut. I believe DJ Cut will be there. The name slips my mind. Hopefully Chief will send me a text or something. Let me see what my sound sounds. It probably sounded scratchy. Yeah, it sounded real scratchy, y'all. So bear with me, y'all. I'll have my other device up in a second. Almost there, y'all. There we go. Mic check, 1 2 1 2. There we go. Mic check, 1 2 1 2. All right, perfect. There we go. All right, perfect. Okay, let me mute this. All right, y'all. So I know I've been away a while, kind of, let things, simmer. Plus, I'm a very busy man. I'm always busy around this time of the year. I like to say, no, I'm not going to use too much profanity, but F Christmas. You know what I'm saying? And a Happy New Year. Like, get an F Christmas and a Happy New Year for everybody that made it to 2023. Everybody who didn't make it to 2023, you are definitely missed. And, may you find comfort back in the ancestral realm. Please dodge them damn Akashic records and them damn halls of Amenti. Stay away from that, please. There's nothing worse than people who are living talking about experience of the people who have moved on to the ancestral realm, and people talking about what can we call them? We don't want to say too much of the J word, so we'll just say what the original pronunciation is. You, okay? You. So I'm gotta clean up a couple things. Edification is needed. For instance, anytime somebody says Egypt, right? EGYPT. Okay. 9 times out of 10, they do not know what they're talking about. 10 times out of 10, they cannot show you where the word comes from. They cannot show you the connection to any tribe. But there is one. That's right. One language, ögwé'öwéshö'öh, where you will find G. Where you will find the G sound representing relatives, people who are melanated. You will only find that in ögwé'öwéshö'öh. There's no other language. Any other language is a blanket language. Now, I want people to understand that ögwé'öwéshö'öh, okay, in ögwé'öwéshö'öh, which is actually ögwé'öwéshö'öh, are not the same, but ögwé'öwéshö'öh has ögwé'öwéshö'öh in it. When you go look into all the languages that are pertaining to here in America, they all have a piece of the Ga in them. You go to the islands, they have the Ga words in their language. You can say, oh, this is where these languages come from, but you have to prove it. You can't just say that this is where this word comes from and you don't have any evidence. In the linguistic field, that is called pseudo-linguistics. So, yeah, I know a lot of people who are pseudo do not like hearing the word pseudo. Okay? So, if you think that I only have the word pseudo, by the way, being the person who made the word pseudo popular in what would be called the communities of consciousness, that be me. Because I was the one jamming it down the head, rocking out with Chief Liberation, with Nikki Love, and my brother Ankar Keck back in 2008. Okay? I'm Little Infrared from Pasadena since 94. Okay? Now, this whole mystical, magical nonsense that's going on with people bringing information built upon sand is It is a injustice to the people who are aborigines to America. If you are aborigine to America, the last thing you want is some information that did not come directly from your bloodline, passed down from your great grandparents to you, is to be an absolute lie. You don't want that. I'm just saying you don't want it. So the edification is going down here today, y'all. Y'all about to get a full-on edification going on here. If somebody tells you that they live on a land that's pertaining to some ancient civilization, make them show you the land. Make them show you the land. Where's it at? Come on now. Okay. Damn, man, this thing that far behind. Make them show you the land. At least show me the land. What I'm showing you right here is Asuksanga. Okay? The name they call it today is Azusa. Now, am I going to say that Azusa means it comes from Zeus? No, because there's no pseudo here. So you would never hear me say that the city of Azusa comes from Zeus. No, you'll never hear that here. But what you will hear is, hey, look at this right here. On the right side, everybody that drives up this street called Irwindale will tell you they are looking at what looks like a soldier's face coming out of the mountain that can fit every single Olmec head in its mouth. You can gather all the Olmec heads and put it in its mouth. But these people who are pseudo can only show you a pale face, pinky, titty that they sucking on book, or a pale face, pinky, titty PDF, newspaper article. They cannot show you the physical evidence. This is a picture I took. This is called field research. This is the difference between people who are misinforming you and people who are here to enlighten you to our greatness from this continent. Our brothers and sisters right here, that the information that's in this book. There's so much misinformation in this book. Why? Because it's the words of people who were part of the burlesque degree. What are the burlesque degrees? I gotta make sure people get this again, man. This is a damn shame, really. Where's my burlesque degree at? The information is ridiculous today. Okay? It's ridiculous. There you see the burlesque degree, right? These are just words. So when I'm looking at these words, I don't believe a damn letter. Not a damn letter. What I do is I cross-examine the information. I compare and contrast before I bring it to the community so people will know this information. Anyone who's not doing that, they're doing a disservice. So when it comes to the burlesque degree, these are the groups that have brought misinformation to the world. Ancient Arabic order. Yeah, that's right. The ancient Arabic order of nobles of the mystic shrine. Anybody that has the title noble in their name is a part of the burlesque degree. And they're bringing you burlesque degree information. which is misinformation to capture the minds of the people and to make sure they're following the EW people, the AIU, Alliance Israelite Universal. They want to make sure you are following them and going along with their pseudo nonsense about some type of ancient story they made up with the Aquarian gospel, a Holy Quran, a Torah, and all the other fabrications of Hinduism. The name Hindu, Kush, and all these fake names that are really insults. Buddhism. People over here following Buddhism and talking about Buddha don't know what the hell they talking about. They want to go to Japan. They made that cult in Guam. Who made it the Hinduism? Anybody saying over there in India is Hindu, they don't know what they talking about. They have no knowledge for you. They are to misinform you. Someone who has real knowledge, they're going to tell you it's the Sindhu River. They're going to tell you that's Bharat. They will never utter the word Hindu because they know it's an insult. Nobody's going to call themselves Indian, a Hindi. You're not going to call yourself these names because they are really insults. Y'all don't understand me, goddammit. I ain't afraid of you. Hey, hold on. I'm going to get one in. In the words of Bernie Mac, I ain't afraid of you motherfuckers. Y'all information is backed by the people who have deliberately sabotaged what we had here in America. The burlesque degree literally sabotaged what we had in America. Anybody talking about we had money and banking when we had it going on, you're talking that burlesque degree story created by the AIU. They sent the people over here with money. We did not deal with money. Okay, we had an agrarian culture. Okay? Okay. So when I show goddamn pseudos, boy, tell you. When I show this book, which I've been showing since 2013, going on 10 years strong, when I'm showing these books for everybody, so you can go look up the information, it's not so you can read some jargon created by a burlesque degree, W.E.B. Du Bois, Marcus Garvey, and the people who they associated with were part of the burlesque degree. The Moors are burlesque degree. MSTA is burlesque degree. Anybody talking about they're Muslim in America is burlesque degree. All this is 20th century creation, burlesque degree cult with minstrel cycles, minstrel shows, and vaudevilles. So I don't want to hear it. You want to see somebody says that something is an ancient land, show it to me. I don't want to read nothing. I don't want to read none of your books. I can say, look, I can show y'all that we had pyramid technology and that we had ancient structures and we have carvings and stuff, or they want to call it petrified animals. I can show. I don't have to say anything. There's no words up there. I can tell you to go look at it. I've been to Silverwood Lake where what the other step pyramid is. I can show you the greatness. If we want to call it petrified animals or things that our ancestors made, I can show you the greatness that our ancestors did. There are no words there. There is no burlesque degree behind me. There's no book. I'm not trying to get y'all to be a part of a cult to go along with something that's built upon sand. You know what they say about people building a foundation on sand? You're some damn idiots. When I dig up the land here, it's not on sand. If you telling me some ancient civilization come from somewhere and I dig a foot into the damn ground and it's sand, you a damn dummy. So anybody following these damn dummies and ignoring real information, somebody's showing you that, damn, if our ancestors really carved this stuff in wood and these are giant trees and then they turn to stone, damn, look at that. I have to look at it sideways to see it. Don't give me no book by Pinky Paleface and his goddamn Manginas. That's all they did, run around each other on some weirdo shit, talking about we Greeks. There was pedagogy, pedophilic, homosexual cult. Oh, but no, that's not what we into, but we gonna follow their theology? No, that's not, no, we ain't tribed up with that. No. Nobody.
Y'all go get this book. A Small Nation of People. No ancient civilization is mentioned. Nobody talking about they're the ancient this, they're the ancient that. None of that is in here. 1870 to 1900. The person, W.B. Du Bois, a part of the Burleigh degree, wrote the nonsense that he put in there. The people who they're showing and the stories that they're giving you, nobody's saying that we are descendants from the ancient stuff. We are the something rising. Nobody's talking that. None of y'all great-great-grandparents told you any of this stuff. None of y'all were born with a book strapped to your ass when you came out of your mom. It's nonsense. Garbage. Show me what your grandfather did. If y'all can't show me what your grandfather did, what contributions to the Aborigine people of America, I can't take y'all shits. I can't take you serious. I can't take you. You can't tell me you descend from greatness, especially attaching yourself to a people who they say they had no buildings, they had no hospitals, they had no clothes, they had none of that stuff. I can't take you serious. You want to talk about some ancient Egyptian stuff, the halls of Amenti and the Akashic records and all that shit? Well, guess who wrote your bullshit that you oh man, excuse my language. Guess who wrote your nonsense? Pinky Paleface. Get that Pinky Paleface nonsense the hell up out of here, man. Kiss my ass with the toilet paper go. All right, no more profanity from me. Hey, I ain't even started yet. The original funeral home of Indiana. Show me that. Show me what your ancestors did. Bogus ass information. Show me that y'all really have people in Hollywood reach out to you and contact you to pull you in. You can't. Nobody wants y'all. No, please stop it. Stop trying to blackball. Stop trying to blackball. Kill it. But anyway, let's get to the information. No pinky peasant believers getting nothing. Getting nothing. I'm fucking people information up tonight. Oh, see, I done went one over. Beating information up. I don't read the comments at all. Anybody talking about the word original comes from Latin, and they say Latin's really from here, but cannot show you a language to really connect it to, they're doing a disservice. You're doing a disservice. Or child, boy. Gina, which is really Gina. Whose child? They're doing a disservice. Stick to your code. This is real information is distributed amongst the people. Berber grammar. We have people talking about Arabic is from here. Arabic is a pigeon piece of nonsense created by the EU. The AIU taking words from all over the world and putting them into a book. Got you believing that this is something special. Nah, they took it from these languages. All right. Amar, ready to start. Amar. See, Amar is ready to start. Amar is dry. When you say Amar and you put oo at the end, you're talking about dry and. People don't come from no dry and. When you say Amir Amara, we're talking about shelter. When you say Amir, we're talking about to be prosper. Amir Ani, that means I am prospered. This is not Arabic. This is where they took words from language to that nonsense called Arabic in the baloney Quran. You got the Amir Amab, rich. Amar Iab, collected together. Look at all these Amar ul Ab, equal. ob not being slaves, because we got people that are kicking this Haritan nonsense, this Al-Maruk nonsense, that, by the way, the AIU created all the stories pertaining to anything ancient Greek, ancient Roman. It's all AIU. There is no discussion. There is no argument. You either down with the burlesque degree, or you can really show and prove that you got a great-great-great-grandparent that actually did some shit and contributed to making that possible for people to understand. You can't. I know personally, you can't. Amorama. They took amor and got you thinking that you're saying something in French. Nah. No. People need to stop lying and saying words come from languages like Arabic or Hebrew when they don't. It comes from Berber and Beja. It is not. Fairy tale ass people with their fairy tale ass information. Unga is a common word used over here. Asuksanga. Unga is actually a suffix. Pardon me. A suffix. O unga. You can find that used in the language here in California. Unga being the oldest word for an exaggeration of, or more than one. I can show into Bidawiye a connection with over here in California. The word ani is often used in the pseudo languages created by Slavs, the EU, the AIU people who went around taking words from all kind of languages, from India, from the Middle East, from Europe, and from Africa, and creating books. This is what they did. They are the pigeon makers. They are the Yiddish, that ish nonsense, that ish kabibble people been giving y'all. Ani is a to-be-dawiye word. So when you see words like ani nuia, ani kitaba, and all these, they took a word that is actually a suffix, turned into a prefix. That's where the mistake I was making. Anu, without following the word govern. Anybody talking about that they Anunnaki? You talking about you Anu, and don't get me started on the word nu. I didn't even put that in there. That means curse. Nu means curse. No pseudo-linguistics here. Why are people so uncomfortable with Turtle Island? Why are people so uncomfortable with Turtle Island? I mean, hey, what is wrong with Turtle Island? Do I say that this continent is called Turtle Island? No, a specific part of this continent is called Turtle Island. Why? And when was it called Turtle Island? Oh, that's in the 20th century, after people were in airplanes and blimps, gliders, and hot air balloons, seeing what the planet looked like. I have 2 pilots that told me this is what this area looks like. Let me show. Where is it at? Where we at? There we go. Now, we can say, oh, that's wrong. That's Google Earth. I have 2 pilots that have flown over these areas for years, one over 30 years. Over 30 years. They call that the snapping turtle. Why would the people call it snapping turtle? Well, look. That's a snapping turtle. Show me. I don't want to see a word, but I'll give y'all the word too. Here we go. I got on here to edify. I didn't get on YouTube to be having my hand in people's back pockets and fondling their booty holes and shit. Got everybody thinking we lolly, and with the fake ass information and shit, and everybody on code with being into some fake ass information. Nah, never. I'm not cut from that cloth. West Coast. We ain't cut from that cloth. We too close to Hollywood. We see right through the bullshit. And I'm breaking my code. Snapping turtle. Pseudo ass shit. Let me bust out some more pseudo. What's the other pseudo? Oh shit, there go the other pseudo. Been a disservice done to y'all. Right. Okay. So at the lip of the snapping turtle, by the way, there's some really interesting information when you really dig into the information of these areas and talk to people who are mountaineers or people who are like 80s and 90s year olds and stuff about this information, like my elders who are in their 60s and their 70s and their 80s and their 90s, who I've been gathering information for a while. You would know not to make pseudo-scientific language comparisons. You would know not to be a pseudo-linguist. You would just show the information. So we see here a place in Florida in 1799. No, there's no way that in 1799, that's when the hell they said it. But this is what the Etymology Online Dictionary does. They like playing the dating game. I don't play the dating game. I like Love Connection. So 1799 is a fabrication. They don't know when the hell we first started saying something. Originally Seminole, Tallahassee, right? But it's actually Muskogee, Tallahassee, name of a tribal town, perhaps from Tawa. The original word, Tawa, Tawa, wa at the end. Tribal town. Ahasi, what is Ahasi? Is an insult. Y'all understand me, goddammit. It's an insult. We need to know not to call ourselves any of these curse words, any of these new, any of these without government, any of these anu, these cursed without government ways of pseudo-ass information. That's tall Y. Why is it Y at the end? Because that's Nenuwaga. Get it right. Fake ass information, man. Too much fake ass information out there. That's why people don't want you to know who I am. I've been dealing with that shit for a long time. Oh, nah, man. We don't want people to know. Nah. Make sure that, don't mention his name. But where that information come from? Where this information come from? Where that information come from? No, kill it. Y'all want to talk about some ancient civilization, you got to deal with the high mountains. But people want to, they want to hide information. They're not going to tell you that in the northern parts of the Great Basin, right? The Columbia, you see it up there? Columbia, okay? These are the places where you will find ancient civilization. No one's talking about it. Why is this information held and so kept and swept under the rug, or when mentioned, ignored, or it's reverted somewhere else? We still pan for gold over here in the San Gabriel Mountains, in the middle of California, in the Northern California, in Oregon, in Idaho, in Nevada. Abundance of minerals and foods still come out of the Great Basin and feed the rest of the continent. By the way, the originals of the foods, not hybrids, no hybrids like the orange. Orange is a hybrid. Look up Osage. That is a hybrid. Grapefruit is a hybrid. A lot of these foods are hybrids. People will show me an ancient image. Look, that's some corn. Look, yellow and corn. That is a hybrid. Your information is hybrid. Jeez. Y'all had to get this shit from the light skin motherfucker. Man, goddamn. Shame. Bust out some more info. All right, let me get to the depth of the information. Fucking links. Stay in your seat. Stay in your seat. Who brought corn to Florida? Gawinowaga speaking people. Many people call them the Iroquois. That's not their name. Many people lie and say it was 5 and then turned to 6. Bullshit. No, it was not. I can't even move around. Yeah, gotta charge my phone some more. Where did the word orange really come from? See, When you get your information from the U's, the AIU, you're going to fabricate something and try and connect it to something historical to try and give people a sense of hope and make them feel good and shit. You know what I'm saying? I know there's plenty of people in prison smiling today because somebody said something cool and all that shit. There's plenty of people going through hard times and somebody said, hey, I like your shoes, and then they're feeling better. That's cool, but let's cut the bullshit. If we want to really be teachers, let's not teach pseudo information. Let's make sure the information has no room for pseudo. That's it. That's all. When it comes to these words like orange, pseudo will people that tell you it comes from the Arabic word naraj. No, it does not. It comes from the word ögwé'ö. Okay? Okay. ögwé'ö. They cannot pronounce these words, so they made pigeon forms of these words and created languages that people will tell you that are ancient. It's a damn shame, really, man. It's really a disservice. Wine. Who brought the wine? Who brought the grape? Oh, let me go back. Who brought the marijuana? Where it at? I know my handwriting look whatever. Pseudo ass information. I'm the original pseudo killer. They didn't tell y'all, huh? I was the original pseudo killer. I'm the one that made calling people out for being pseudo popular. That's me. When I see the word amen, I know that the word amen means so be it. All right. Amen. Unyoha. So be it. All right. When I go to 2bit.we, guess what? You will find amen. So be it. But when you talk about a so-called hieroglyph, and you're talking about people saying what a hieroglyph is, that's Berber, and that's Amman. Y'all don't understand. Okay? The word hi is not German. It's Gawinowaga. Hi to Shia. Hi, friend, to Shia. Not German. Okay, it's about the old language. It's about the languages that are tied back to what's called an elder tongue. Again, the word sad comes from Gawinowaga. Where does the word goddess come from? Man, I'm about to give you a whole lot. Yahweh, Yahweh, Yahweh. Yahweh is not some Torah deity made by these Jews. It is not. Segeno. This is not even a proper way of saying hello. But I had to show this so there's an understanding of a pigeon form of words put into this language. Gawinowaga is the original. Ögwé'öwéshö'öh is the pigeon form. My other one, here even load up. Hey, for my sisters of the feather, when somebody calls you a goddess, that's not a word that goes back to Latin or something. That's Gawinowaga. I feel affection for you. Go dis. I feel affection for you. Where does the real word God come from? Gadoli gueta. Gadoli gueta. I'm feeling well, huh? Where does the word sad come from? See, you can't just say a word comes from somewhere and be the most pseudo person on the planet and not show people that, no, here goes the real connection of the word. Oh, that's right, because people have to use a pink, titty, pale-faced person for their source. Guess what? There are pale-faced idiots who agree with this too. I don't need them. Never will. I will always discredit anybody using pale-face information, anybody talking about some language connected to something, or some language being authentically originally spoken by our people. I will always put you on blast. I don't give a damn who you are. I don't give a fuck if you crack the damn sky and come down and say some shit that I disagree with. No, you're wrong. I don't give a damn. So there's a people down there that didn't make hospitals. They built shit on sand. You don't build a foundation on sand. And then you got a people that they're missing all the elements of a civilization. But then here comes the Ganinawaga speaking people, the different groups of the Ganinawaga speakers, who are shirt, dress, coat, aja, dawi, saha. Who brought the marijuana? That's the Ganinawa. Go, the grasping of the tree. Those are the people who you call Tuscarora. Who brought people civilization in so-called shirt making and elixirs and all this stuff. Man, I'm showing y'all the words. Oh, don't worry. Don't worry. Look at this stuff. Courthouse council, where the old men are. Look at these words. I don't even have to say anymore. The barrier foundation, the brick making people. We didn't make no goddamn long log cabins. Brick. Osagwa Ihe. Who were the people making the bricks? Man, watch out now. Who brought the corn? Who brought the tobacco? Who are the foundated? Who brought the foundation? Who brought the foundation to for everybody to prosper? Because there was a catastrophic event that happened. Who helped everybody? Who left the area they were at? What area did they leave from? The people don't leave from an area that was barely stable and could barely hold its own, consistently sinking into the ocean. You're not going to do that. No intelligent people do that. So what you do is you bring dirt to areas that do not have it, and you build a land. That's what happens when you do field research. People can give you an example like, yeah, man, you dig down and it's sand and shells down there. Wait a minute. And nobody catches that? When I went to Sowerson Lake in Arkansas, I saw that all that area was water. I'm not talking 200 years ago or 5,000 years ago. I wouldn't even fix my mouth to try and tell somebody I knew some shit 5,000 years ago. Or here goes some pinky pale face telling you some shit happened 5,000, 6,000 years ago. Crazy as hell, man. Out of y'all done lost y'all damn mind. That nonsense. So what I'm doing is I'm making sure edification is set, leaving a foundation, some substance. We need a council to go over edification of stuff that don't take us anywhere. Misinformation that does not lead to anybody building anything. You had the real knowledge of some ancient shit, you would actually build something and say, look, the ancients did this. Here, I built this. Stop it. Stop playing. There we go. Yeah, back to that. I showed it earlier. So when people talk about the Orient, the Oriental, what we're really talking about is a Sierra Madre Orient. When people talk about, all that stuff they say that was done in Western civilization, that it was really done by us, you're talking about the Sierra Madre Occidental. This stuff is going up to the Colorado Plateau, Flagstaff, going up to Salt Lake City, going up to Yellowstone for the Orients. For the Occidental, that's going all the way up to Reno and above Reno. More mounds in Seattle, the Mima mounds. It's ridiculous. But get this, a pinky paleface will say, oh, the Mima mounds were actually created by gophers. Like, wait a minute. I thought we only get gopher stuff down in Florida. What we got? We got gophers up there too now. Most of the animals still are, and that are not, have traveled down areas during these waterways. You see two rivers coming out. One coming out of the northern part. That's Missouri River. Why no one talks about the Missouri River? There's a whole Missouri civilization with 10 to 20 times more mounds, more effigy mounds, more pyramids, more plateau, more structures than all the Mississippi. Why is there a separation? This is a civilization that is connected. Who is separating us? Why is this information left out? Why is this so sacred? Why aren't people moving there? Because you're told not to. They scare you. They don't want you moving to Mount Shasta. Pinky Paleface said Mount Shasta is the real Lemuria. When you talk about hell, where the real hell is in America, that's the Great Basin. The hottest place in America, that's in California. People misleading y'all, man. They're giving y'all misinformation. They don't want you digging into this stuff, because when you dig into these things, you start digging into this stuff, you realize you don't need them. They want you to need them. I'm not doing that. I'm here to deliberate my people, of all my people. I'm here to make sure no misinformation is out there. Period. I don't give a damn what they call any of these ancient civilizations. It's all fake. All of it. All these stories are fake. You have to go travel to these areas and see this stuff for yourself. When you go see these things for yourself, it is what it is. Call it like you see it. Not from a damn book. Call it like you see it. And I could show over 4,000 things like this. Rather you say, nah, that's not really what it is. Or nah, the people, no, it's called Kaigo Smo Nga. Okay? Kaigo means ruin. Smo is up on a hill. Nga means that it's everywhere. When I show you the face in the corner, there's other faces up there too, creatures and all that stuff. But I just show the face that everybody can see, that people can call out. Some people can see the other faces too. Real ancient civilization is going to have something you can see. You can see the ruins, the remnants in abundance. Only showing these three. I don't even need to show no more. You see it in abundance. In abundance. Faces on faces on faces. On my Instagram, I show countless information, countless archaeological sites. There's over 100,000 archaeological sites in the Great Basin. You go down the range, as they call it, traveling to Arizona. If you're traveling the snake, Arizona is really the snake. People don't know the name of that. They don't know to understand that. Cool, you're getting it here. The real name of Arizona is a snake. And the mouth of that snake meets up in California. The mouth of that snake meets up with another mouth. Mouth of this snake travels all the way down into Mexico, all the way down to Chichen Itza. Every day I wake up. Yeah, let me show one more. Every day I wake up, I look out my window. When I look out my window, I see ruins. I don't need to go read anybody's book. I don't need to listen to anybody. I look outside my window, I see ruins. I travel to the ruin, I see it for myself up close. I travel back from the ruin and look at it again from this distance. Then I go ask the people who we call $5 Indians, hey, tell me about this. What is this? And guess what I do? I record it because I'm a real field researcher. My stuff I did in Sowerson Lake in Arkansas, real field research. I actually have the photos of me at Sowerson Lake in Arkansas. Me actually looking at the information that majority of the South was covered in water. The areas that were not covered in water are the mounds in those areas. Everything was washed out. When was it washed out? We're talking about the 1860s. When it comes to the 1860 situation, that means that I would have to get information from my bloodline, not from a pinky pale-face book, from my bloodline. That means that I got my information from where my people at? No, I'm breaking a little sacrilegious code. My ancestor, who sat at the feet of his grandparents and great-grandparents, and what they passed down. Okay? And at least when I'm showing my ancestors, the original was attached to it. Get this shit right. So this is what it is. I always want to do a quick edification because there's a lot of people putting out misinformation, and they got pissed off when I cut them off from trying to steal my information. Trying to steal information and act like it's theirs. And then talk about some hieroglyph shit. Come on, bro. You pseudo as hell. Trying to give people this. Like, you really trying to give people this? It's a goddamn shame. That's what you trying to give people? They're making the halls of a minty right there. Fake ass shit, man. Nobody over there takes that shit serious. When I say that there's an ancient civilization and ruins and stuff that I'm going and doing field research at, I didn't get it from Wikipedia. I got it from my father. My father told me about this. His father knew about it. His uncles knew about it. Why? Because when the Indiana colony traveled to California, my bloodline was there. I would never call myself a Greek name. You will never hear me tie myself to anything Greek. You will never catch me attaching myself to any story that is attached to something that's called pseudo-history and pseudo-archaeology. You will never catch me trying to cover it up and say they lie about everything. How the hell they lie about everything but the things that you agree with? It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense at all. We need to divest ourselves of all myth. If this shit don't put food in your plate, it ain't worth nothing. It is a waste of time. If y'all want some hardcore information of what our ancestors had going on, here, I'm about to show it to you. Get this book. Get this book. You don't have to read it. Get this book right here. Get it. Ignore every single word. Look at that. That's just a shark right there. That's a Gaudes. That's the wrong thing. That up here. Gotta step our innovative skills up though. Look at that. Ooh, look at that piano. Oh, our ancestors were sharp. So I've gone over this book and shared this with everybody a couple of times. There go the words. People like to play reading rainbow. You know, I can't do anything, reading rainbow and shit. There goes some words. You know, you want to be punctual and say a bunch of 5-syllabic words and all that. Cool. They don't put food on my plate. So Daniel A.P. Murray, right? That's the name that they say that they gave to him. I'm gonna tell y'all something about everybody in this book that I found. That all the people in this book, and they're connected to this book. I'm showing you, yeah, these are the things that we had going on. Yup, we did have all these things. Yup, our ancestors were part of that. Where did I get my information about world fairs from? I got it from this book back in 2013. Where did I get my information about Tartar stuff? Well, I come from an educated family. We talked about that stuff at preteen. We weren't even 13 yet. Talking about these things. My other picture. Fake ass information. Dumb ass shit. There you go, for all the reading rainbows. There we go. All right. So let me get to the hardcore stuff. When it comes to the people who are attached to this, these are the brothers and sisters who went along with the AIU, with the EU. That's the reason why you're able to see this. The people who did not go along with this stuff had casualties attached to it. Who helped Pinky Paleface get in here and destroy what our ancestors had going on? Who? The people that are connected to the burlesque degree. We had our own stuff going on. We had our own things going on. And then here come the coons. Talking about, oh man, y'all tripping, man. Here, man. Here go this pamphlet right here, man. This is who y'all are. This is who y'all are. You know what I'm saying? We these people, we the ancient people, woody woo. What? We the what? Huh? They're like, okay, fine. All right. We'll go along with this shit. Snip. People try to hijack me for this information right here. A person who wants everybody to be a Greek. You know what I'm saying? They want y'all to be Greek, y'all. I don't know if y'all cool with it. People say that the word Creek is Greek. And then when you dig into the name Creek, that's not even a real name. That is the stuff I'm talking about. That's the stuff I'm talking about. People talk about Iroquois and it was Iroquois. That's a fake name. And when they attach themselves to Iroquois, they attach themselves to the fake Iroquois stories created in the 1930s and 1940s. Stop attaching yourself to this nonsense. Talk to your grandparents. Get your information from your grandparents. So somebody would have taken this information about Coleman's manufacturing and said, this is an ancient hoobity hoobla Greek word. You know, that's what they do. You know, that's what thieves do. And they want to make sure you don't know who I am. They'll point you to every other pseudo and a few who are not pseudo and make sure you don't know who I am. I'm not, the information that I don't share and things that I don't say are things that are not meant for everything's not meant for YouTube. But I'll be damned if I would go along with some damn fairy tale ass shit and some pseudo linguistics, pseudo anything. And I'm anti-pseudo. I'm anti-fallacy. I'm anti-passe. I'm anti all that. And I don't give a damn at all. Now, these images I'm showing you, this covers this is Midwest and back East. Carolinas, Virginia, some in Massachusetts, some even in Illinois. A real name Illinois, connected to the Illini. Sorry, where's my other stuff? Oh, can't show that. So the real name for that city down in Florida is pertaining to the people, and that's Tall Y. Okay? I can take it off charging. Now I can move around. So you see here, snapping turtle. God know why. So when it comes to, let me see. When it comes to this, rancid means stinky. It means that the area smelled bad. You know, it was funking up the place. So why would the people call themselves a stinky town people? That doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense at all. Does ahasi mean old rancid? Rancid has no origin. See, people say dodge the hijack. Nah, dodge the pseudo. Dodge the fallacy. Dodge the fallacious information coming from the burlesque degree. We got the tall Y. Tall Y. Tall Y. And the Y at the end having a connection to place names. So while people are trying to run from saying that this is Turtle Island, which I disagree with, it's because they do not understand the land. You do not understand that the land names itself. If you actually had information passed down from your great-great-grandparents, instead of information passed down from the great-great Pinky Paleface, then you would know that what your great-grandparents were saying. Hey, say any damn thing about, yeah, we got it from a pamphlet. It has some Egyptian hieroglyphs on it. No, they're gonna explain that they call the land a name that will describe what's on the land and what the land is made of. So when it comes to this name, the snapping turtle, or what they're calling Turtle Island, it's just that specific area, and they were able to see the actual area from above. Now that's way above, way above some people pay grade too, but when you get above 30,000 feet, you can see. So you can see that's the mouth. You can see that that's the eye. The eye is in the Carolinas. And when you break it all down and you zoom in and you get all the details to the information, you'll find that there's an actual connection to what people would call ancient civilization. Then when you reach out to the people there who are there today, and you talk to mountaineers, you get a total understanding. Talk to the people. Go meet the people. Find your ancestors who had this information that are not part of the burlesque degree. Anybody talking about some ancient Muslim shit, Islam or any of that, they're giving you a real mind. There's some real mind fallacy going on. All that stuff is created by the enemy. They have taken things they've taken words from languages, put them together where they don't belong, and fabricated stories. Then you get the fabricated stories of people misguiding about other places. If you barely know what you're talking about when it comes to America, you damn sure shouldn't talk about Africa or Europe. You don't know what the hell anybody had going on anywhere. You really think about it. And I got a thing I'm saying now. Your grandparents didn't do it, say it. You didn't get it directly from your bloodline. Somebody's from their bloodline or any of that stuff. How can you believe that shit? Even more important, how could you teach that? Like, why would you teach that? if everybody's mind it knows that these Greek fraternity groups are the boule, and Steve Coakley did all that stuff and exposed all that, why would somebody try and get us to attach ourselves to some Greek shit? That's boule. Them fraternities and sororities, man, they love hearing that shit. They love y'all talking about their cult, their weirdo, sexual and dysfunctional attitudes and mentalities to be a part of that cult. Nah, we got to shake it. Don't dodge the hijack, dodge the pseudo, dodge the fallacy. All right, so the Orient, the Oriri, the origin, when you deal with the word aborigine, this is what the word really is. But I don't see anyone calling themselves Origo or Origo. And then you get idiots talking about what means and all that stuff, when you can just kill it all by explaining that you are part of the Orient. You're part of Oriri. You're part of Ori, Origo, Origo. But that's it. You can't take it any further than that. You can't. Because you don't got the information, because it's coming from the burlesque degree. Burlesque degree don't want you knowing this. Let me show it again. They don't want you knowing this. Okay, they don't want you knowing that. That's two bidawiyat. They don't want you knowing that. They don't want you knowing that the two bidawiyat people, speaking people, are originally from America. They don't want you to know that. So when I say Origo, origin, I'm attaching myself to something that has substance. Hold on, y'all. What it do, man? Oh no, man, Pasadena swinging, you know.
You're a pastor?
Am I what?
You said Pasadena swinging? Yeah. I'm back here now.
You back, Dean?
Yeah.
All right.
Well, you still good?
Yeah. Yeah, give me a minute. I'm doing a live stream right now. I'll hit you right back. All right, bro. So when I think of the word origin, I know not to call it jin. It's origin. Gi. Origin. Gin. If I was to call myself this, I'm calling myself a child boy. A child. So we need to dig into all these titles and know exactly what we're calling ourselves. But people are not doing this because they don't want you to know these things. I don't know why. So let me go over these things before I end this again, man. Let me bust a couple more of these out. All right. Once again, Arabic is a fallacious language. It's a pseudo language. Where is it at? Hold on. Pseudo language, just like Hebrew. Pseudo language. Both these languages were put together by the same people. And insult to injury, these names in America that we have and we're using are not the original names. I have an ancestor whose name is Benjamin Martin Craig. Same last name. Benjamin Martin Craig. That's not his real name. Anything with Benjamin on it is not the original name. It's Yamana, not Benjamin. Not Benjamin. Nah, I mean, it's Yamana. So anytime somebody show you something talking about in the past and has the name Benjamin on it, they don't know what the hell they talking about. Lugat, language plagiarized into Arabic for language. The EU, they did that. They took the awal, the kalima, the saul, the siwul. They took that. They took the ills. The ills. Oh, y'all thought I was gonna leave that out, huh? They have plagiarized these words and fabricated deities to them. And we use them. Well, not me. Nah, not a move. Y'all might know me as Lotus. But one of the originators of calling out all pseudo, I make Moon Rakati. Mehidi about Isan Kwanatubaka and Gouda. I does this. Real linguist work, real linguistic information. I've been doing this for a very long time. I've been teaching in the streets and known in my hood since 94, putting out information. I don't know what the fuck y'all was doing, but I sure in the hell didn't go through all those decades of gathering information and coming from a linguistic family. A father who speaks 9 languages, traveled around the world because of the language he speaks, coming from ancestors who passed down information to allow all this nonsense to go on. Nah, no more. So keep leaving me out the loop. If you left me out the loop, you ain't allowed, not while I'm presenting anything, you ain't allowed on while I'm presenting information and knowledge. Keep me out the loop. So we got goofies talking about they Indian. You know, they got a problem with people exposing the AIU. They get big hurt and upset that I'm exposing the people that created the Hindu religion, the Buddhist religion, the Hebrew religion, and the Arabic religion. You're big hurt, you're mad, you say motherfuckers COINTELPRO and all kind of stuff. People are big mad, okay? And these same people will say, yeah, I'm part of the Iroquois. That's you. If you're part of the Iroquois, you're part of the pseudo. They took this word Okwe and put Iro in front of it and changed Kwe to Kwa. Look it up on Wikipedia. They even put the letter N in there just to confuse you even more. Ögwé'öwéshö'öh. ögwé'öwéshö'öh. Don't call yourself no damn Indian. And at least the word Aborigine is attached to something that is explaining that they call it this word meaning child boy, a child to represent origin. All right, y'all. We got the movie going on later. Oh yeah, you know what I'm saying? Y'all see Indian tobacco up here. You see the ögwé'öwéshö'öh, right? It's not the same as Gawinowaga. But you can't see that. When you go pull up Cherokee, you get Michael, whatever his Slovak name is. You pull up Anishinaabe, you get a bunch of Slavs. I don't know. Should I do that right now? Should I do it to him, babe? Babe, should I do it to him? Expose that they following. Nah. All right. Say that for another time. So when you see the word day in front of words, and it means like a negative notation as a prefix in front of a word, I'm showing you where it comes. Showed you where sad comes from, where goddess comes from. I mean, it's over 100 words in Gawinowaga that could show and prove that this is where the words really come from. If somebody says Arabic, they lying to you. Arabic has taken words from Berber, Beja, Nobi'in, Andi, Matoki. And I got those dictionaries too. And I got the information directly from the people. See, I have an ancestor that speaks this language. And I got this, I can take this information to and make sure it's correct, according to what they left. And I have the descendant of that ancestor that's still alive. And she a Muslim. So, all right, again, wanted to go over that. Don't call yourself Indian. I know what the hell be wrong with some people. I don't even want to break down that ND is actually not a good thing. And anytime you read some records that comes from a conquistador, you read some records that is tied to some buccaneers or some pirates, or some records that are tied to, who else the other people? The people who came over here in California, calling California all this other stuff, or people that are calling things Bible places and all that stuff. They're all the same people. They're all a part of the AIU, brought to America by the AIU, the Dayhurst Colony, the EU Colonialization Association, brought Islam to America, they brought Catholicism to America, and they brought the Torah to America. They brought these things here to America. And I land my F-16. Can't nobody edify me. Dude, you gotta do it on your own. I understand I'm over here on my good brother Supreme Chief Holiday channel, but I mean, I debate linguists. I don't debate people who are not linguists. And there's a big difference between looking up a word, thinking you know what the hell you're talking about, and being a linguist. It's a big difference. So get y'all top linguist, a real linguist, because you can't edify me. Especially not with no goddamn Algonquin. Algonquin is one of the most pseudo languages on planet Earth. Algonquin, Anishinaabe, Ani-Nuia, all these languages with Ani in front, these are the most pseudo languages created by Slovak people. And literally, go look it up. It's a Slav. And they literally tell you it's a Slav. So nah, you gotta bring me to top. Y'all not it.